do any diagnoses or anything. I didn't want to steal anybody from the VA. And they're like, yeah, you can bring in some cards and lay them down. Well, after hounding Dan, he finally got me some cards. And today I went for an optical visit. I said, yeah, here's those cards. They said, I could bring in, where do you want me to put them? And the one receptionist was like, well, here, give me, I'll put some here. And she went over to check me in and everything. Then the wonderful women that I swear to God have no connection to the military at all started questioning the cards. What's this for? I said, it's just a peer group. We look out for each other. We talk about current events and stuff. Well, what else does your group do? I said, well, listen, it's not my group. I said, I'm just part of it. I said, but I had permission to bring these cards in. Well, who gave you permission? I pointed to the lady who sits in the furthest back office, always hiding her face behind a computer. I said, I'm pretty sure it was her that gave me permission because I talked to this guy over here and then he went over there and then they told me I can bring him in. And she's like, well, the VA has programs. I said, you know what? Just give me the cards. I said, maybe somebody doesn't want to do the VA programs because they suck. And she's like, well, I guess that's just your opinion.
You should have told her, no, that's the opinion of probably 90% of the people that deal with the VA.
And you know what's sad is throughout my life, I swear to God, the VA is the one thing that I tried to go into open-minded, but they live up to their reputation of being nothing. Like there's times I want to say, you guys wonder why guys kill themselves because you guys make it so hard to get help. I feel bad complaining about the VA because it's saving me money. I have an 80% rating, so I don't pay for anything when I have to get care through there. But it feels like care that I'm not paying for, And then whenever you're on the phone, they always end it by going, thank you for your service. And I'm like, you want to thank me for my service? Give me good care, I mean, I'm not going to say everything about the VA's been bad with me, but, they flip-flop on things constantly. No two people know what's going on in that place. I was there for an eye appointment, right? And last week I called to find out if I could do care in the community because they told me, the care in the community people told me Vineland doesn't have an optical division. So then when I get transferred to Vineland, they're like, yeah, we got optical. I'm like, how do I talk to one section of the VA and they tell me you don't have something and you have it? It just, a lot of this stuff is outdated. I don't know if they pay anybody to update their stuff. This is why I said, Bruno, I think I told you, and I'll stop after this because if anybody else is in a good mood, I don't want this to be all negative. But I one time I needed to go to urgent care, so they told me I could go to this place. It's just down the road. I go there, and they're like, "Oh no, we don't take VA." I'm like, I just got told by the VA to come here. It blows my mind. It blows my mind how inadequate and incompetent that place is. So that's the end of my rant.
Yeah, you haven't said anything about the VA we probably haven't heard before. They get better for a little while, then they drop the ball. Then it depends who you're dealing with, where they're at.
I don't even know if it's that they get better. I think it's kind of like buying a tool from Harbor Freight, and you got all these people to give a 1-star review, but you just happen to get that tool that works for a little bit longer. And then you go back and you're like, oh, wow, that one worked. Let me get another. And then that tool is a 1-star review. You're like, damn it.
New packaging, new packaging.
Yeah. And I tell the support staff all the time, like, I feel bad for them because they sit there and they're the frontline workers that have to listen to it all. And they are so pleasant, those people deserve to be paid some good money because they take the crap from people, yet the people that make these piss poor decisions and everything aren't the ones that deal with the veterans, and so like I think I'm gonna have to find out when this one receptionist's birthday is or something and get her flowers or something.
That's nice. Yeah.
Well, it's always fun. Anybody going to the car show on Sunday?
Yes.
It will be over by the time the Super Bowl starts.
Yeah. Cool.
No, I don't care about that. At first I was like, man, it sucks because maybe attendance won't be as good because the Super Bowl's going on. But then me not liking big crowds anyway was like, all right, yeah, let the Super Bowl go on. Now, what time does it start, Bruno? I know I could go on the Facebook page.
10 o'clock.
10 o'clock.
10?
Car show starts at 10. Super Bowl starts at 6 or 6:30, I think.
And so how exactly is money getting raised for this Marine? Is there like an attendance fee or?
Yeah, if you enter your car in, I don't remember how much it is though. Hang on, let me look it up.
There'll be donations there too.
Okay, that's what I'm probably gonna do because
I believe we're doing a 50-50 as well.
all right. Is there gonna be any vendors there for anything?
That I don't remember, but I'm not gonna.
I can't
Yes.
find it. Make everything so hard.
Well, I'm going to leave you guys for tonight. Take care.
John, it was good
Okay,
seeing
John.
you.
Yeah. We'll see you at the show.
Yeah, I know we are going to be doing photographs of the cars and printing them up on site. And all that's going into the pot. I'm not making anything off of that. I think to enter so you can win something is
It's $20 to enter your car, and
okay.
There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different
Categories.
categories. Yeah.
How's it seem like the response has been from guys entering their car, or you won't know until
We have
They-
a partner that we're working with, and he's been setting everything up for us. And James is down in DC right now, so I don't know. I couldn't get that info.
hopefully it's a good turnout. It's a shame,
It should be.
if somebody could have reached out to maybe like a local, news station or something to just kind of give a little more publicity in a wider range. I don't know how easy that is to do, or difficult.
Well, it depends on what they want to do, really.
Right.
But yeah, Saturday, James and I are going up to the outdoor expo, and we're gonna be talking to guys up there. And then Sunday we got the car show.
Is that the one? up in Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
Like it's like a long friggin' drive down the Schuylkill and everything.
Well, yeah, it's up in
It's at a place that looks like a farmer's market, right?
Harrisburg,
Okay.
and it's about 2 hours because you're not far from Vineland.
I'm right next to Vineland. I'm Millville.
Okay, I'm over in
Yeah.
Pittsburgh.
Okay.
So yeah, it's going to be about a 2 hour drive max.
Now Harrisburg, is that also where the big Cabela's is?
Yep.
Okay. All right. I know what area you're talking about then.
And it's the outdoor show is massive.
Yeah, it must not be the one that I went to one. I just remember a lot of the travel was down the Schuylkill Expressway. But the building it was in was like a single story, like I said, the building looked like it was a farmer's market. There weren't individual rooms or anything in it. It was a big open area, but
There's like probably 3 separate large buildings that it's all encased in.
oh, wow.
Probably some outdoor areas too.
Right. Huh.
We're going to be connecting with different organizations and stuff and working on partnerships to see about bringing more vets out to different experiences and stuff like that.
And what's this expo?
It's the Greater Outdoor Expo in Harrisburg.
I always like going to different things, getting
And
pissed
it's-
off that I can't afford like the boat or the RV or
Yeah. So there's archery and fishing and hunting and all kinds of everything outdoors. So,
the Great American Outdoor Show.
correct. Yes.
Okay. Might have to. Is the trailer and all going to be there?
No, we were looking at setting up there, but we ran into a few things, so him and I are driving up there to just make some connections and meet some people.
Okay.
So, and these are outfits from all over the country, and some probably that do hunts outside of the country, and so we'll hopefully make some good partnerships so we can help other guys across the country, different areas.
Might have to head out there.
Well, it's all
See.
week too. It's all week. It started on Saturday that just passed, and it ends on Sunday.
Okay. Yeah, I'd like to go to a nice. I watch Vegas always hosts really good expos, and I got my wife talked into going to the Philadelphia Home and Garden Show because that'll have a lot of like tools and then different things for the house and all. And I've never been to that before. And then we're going to go to the Atlantic City Boat Show. I'm just hoping that there's some kayak type stuff there because I can't afford no boat. But
They'll give you a 90-month payment plan.
the only boat I would not mind getting is either a pontoon or a tri-tune. Something that just go into local waters, nothing out in the bay or anything, but something to where I can fish and then the family can just chill if they want,
Yep.
Have a grill put on it, do a little catch and cook. Of course, nobody would enjoy that because I don't know how to fillet fish. So everybody will be getting a bunch of bones. Yeah. I'm not much of I used to joke and say, I'm not a real man. I'm more interested in gardening and stuff like that than than going hunting and everything. Not that I don't have an interest in it, but I just didn't grow up in a family where they did that stuff. So, but
Well, not to leave you guys high and dry, but it's time for me to call it quits.
and tonight is a pooper,
it's-
man. We can't
Yeah.
get on Facebook.
Well, we're live now.
Is it?
I believe so. Yeah, it's now streaming on Custom Live streaming service.
It says that on the Zoom, but I can't find it on Facebook.
Oh no. Let me check. Remember, we got the message. And yeah, we got all the check-in notifications, but it's not popped up. Well, nope, that's from the other night.
Yeah, I don't think it.
No, I don't see it either.
Nice shirt there, Bruno.
Very, very comfortable.
Yeah, they are. Went good with the I forget what brand I went with those. The girl that did the printing for those shirts is actually a woman that I've known for a while, and she's actually my daughter's dance instructor now too. Were you in the Army Guard, Scott?
I was in that unit.
Okay.
Remember, I asked you about your Cav hat
Mm-hmm.
because I
Stetson.
saw that it said, Stetson. I saw that it, I never did a cavalry ride.
Were you in Vineland?
Yep.
Okay.
Webster, Holmes,
That's right. Horsemen, all them guys.
Horseman, Smiley, Roberti. Christ, it's crazy how the names start to just kind of disappear from your head.
Yeah. Well, it's every September we do it here at my house.
Steve had told me about it before.
Yep.
And I think he had told me about it last year.
Okay.
And I just, the last couple of years were just so, it's been rough,
Mhm.
but I'm getting a little more comfortable about being around groups and stuff like
Yeah.
that.
The good thing about this group is it's like-minded people. It's people recognizing faces, and it's like before drill starts, before first formation, everybody's kind of hanging around. That's the kind of vibe that you get,
Right.
and it's a good time. So
Yeah.
there is a
Lamar,
Facebook page.
you're,
Oh yeah.
hey, Chief.
Well, we get a lot of them guys. There's a lot of guys that I didn't serve with. I came in 04. And
Okay.
a lot of these dudes like, oh, hey, you remember this, remember that? I'm like, nah, man, like, I'm too young for that.
Yeah, I joined the unit in 2001, actually, a month before September 11th is when I went in and joined. And I had joined that unit because, and it sounds so corny, but I used to drive by the Vineland police firing range. And I smelled, I'd smell the gunpowder and CLP every day. And I said, you know what? Why don't I go guard? I had no desire to go active duty again. But I said, I'll go guard, 1 weekend a month, 2 weeks a year. I said, but I ain't sleeping in the woods. So I was happy to find out they were a motor transport unit. But, September 11th happened, and I did a bunch of Homeland Defense missions and everything. Then I cross-trained, became an MP, went over to Germany. But whether it was the Guard or the active Army that had screwed me, they screwed with some finances and stuff like that. And I said, man,
They're good at that.
done. Yeah. Well, I felt like a ping pong ball over in Germany,
Oh yeah.
because I wasn't getting paid.
There's
So
a
I
few
went
guys.
to them. And they're like, oh, contact your unit. I contact the unit. And they're like, nah, you're active duty now. You got to go to finance there. You know, it was sad. It was sad.
Yeah.
I met a lot of good guys though while I was there. So that's a good thing.
And a few non-favorable.
Yeah, you know,
May.
there's some, you know, that there's one, I can't remember his name. Lunsford. So if this is broadcast and he gets mad, oh well, but I never liked him, man. He was a cocky, you know.
Do you remember
I-
May?
Huh?
Do you remember May?
That last name sounds familiar.
He was an E7. He ended up getting promoted for our deployment in 05 to first sergeant.
It sounds like very, very
He was
familiar.
down there.
But yeah, I mean, I like I said, I hung around with Webster and Horseman and
Castro.
Scalzi. No, Castro doesn't sound familiar.
He was there.
Richie Rich. I can't remember what
yeah.
his last name really
Rich
is.
Rich Rivera.
Yeah.
Yep.
He's good people, man.
He's here
Real
every
good
year.
people. Yeah. He lives in Millville.
Yep.
But then when I went over to the Air Guard, I joined Don Meddings and Keith Curtis.
Mm-hmm.
So, but
Good people.
yeah. Like I said, you know, I had a small group, and that's what I hung around with, because the more people you hang around with, the more bullshit you can get into, you know? So, matter of fact, I just went Calvin Holmes, not Calvin Holmes, Stewart. I can only remember that old Snaggletooes. He just recently passed away last year. Went to his funeral. But yeah, I had a good time while I was in, you know, non-administratively. Administratively, it sucked, but so.
Well, like I said, there is a Facebook group, 5th 117th Cavalry reunion page. So
I'll have
if you
to
look that up, and there's not too many posts on there right now, but I'm the admin, but we'll be
okay, I'm following it.
okay.
Yeah.
Probably next month I'll start pumping out paid posts and stuff for when it is, what we're going to do, any type of fundraising that we decide to do for it,
Right.
because it is a Project Refit event now. And
Oh,
so,
nice.
yeah. When I started it, we literally were right here in my kitchen with 8 guys.
Right.
Now it's a pretty big community. So the more guys, the merrier. So if there's any of your buddies that were in the 117th, you can,
I see Steve in quite a few pictures.
Yeah.
Oh, Mike Shelton.
Yep.
Yeah. I'm glad Mike went on to do what he's doing.
What's he doing now?
He's a counselor.
Is he still? I thought he stopped doing that.
No, I thought he was still doing it. I haven't talked to him in a few years, but I know for a period of time he was with DCPMP.
Mm-hmm. He stopped doing that, and before he did that, he worked corrections, and he didn't do that long.
Well, he was gonna he tried to get on to Millville, but
he was actually my driver for a bit when we were in Iraq.
When he tried to come over to Millville PD, the doctor that was doing the psych evals wasn't passing any vets. And so he didn't get on. Yeah, it looks like a good time. I'll
Mhm.
definitely, as it gets closer, stay more on top of it. So,
All right. Well, like I said, I'm gonna dip out and I'll I'll try to hop on Friday. Won't be
you
on long.
good?
I got what's that? Oh
Are
yeah,
you good?
I'm good.
Okay.
He just works 12-hour days. That's all.
Yeah. So
Well,
I
12-hour day is really a 14-hour day.
exactly that's what I tell people.
Yeah.
I just took a test to apply for other positions at the plant. So once one of them opens up, hopefully I'll be working 8-hour days.
Right.
No weekends, no holidays. Won't have to shave anymore.
Then you can look like me and Bruno.
Well, when I was in the shoulder last year, and last year, and I was able to grow facial hair because I'm in security at the nuke plant, and I'm not allowed to shave, or I'm not allowed to have a beard. So, ever since I've been an adult, it's been either the army or my job has kept me clean shaven. So,
Right. That's when I retired, man. One of the first things I did is started growing because I was the same way. You know, most of my life I was in some type of career field where I had to be shaven. And I never liked myself with just a mustache. But it also, growing the beard kind of redefined me. You
mhm.
know, the old me was done, you know. So, but all right. Well, you have a good evening.
Yep.
And
I'll
Bruno,
see you
I
guys.
think I'll get off too. We'll just call it an early night.
I'm not going to complain.
Yeah.
I'm still recuperating, so
I'm
Yeah,
glad that you're feeling better.
a lot better. It's
Well, I'll see you on Sunday, Bruno.
See you
absolutely.
Friday.
Yep. I'll
All
take
right.
it easy, guys.
Later.
All right.